Hello and welcome to the Spotlight Talk, how to become efficient and sustainable in textile finishing, here live from the Techtextil in Frankfurt. We are really happy that you tuned in, and I think this topic is nowadays especially relevant in times of rising energy prices and further discussions on sustainability. So today we want to show you from Pleva what possibilities you have to make your production cost efficient, enhance your quality, but also get greener. We are Pleva, a family-owned company which was founded in 1969 by my grandfather, Harry Pleva. Our main task is to make industrial processes more efficient and sustainable, and this is why we want to give you today an overview about this. We are represented in all relevant industrial countries and have service bases worldwide. My name is Katrin Pleva, and I'm the daughter of the managing director, Dr. Ralf Pleva, and today I and Volker Müller are showing you all the solutions we have.
Also from my side, a very warm welcome to this Spotlight Talk here in Frankfurt. As Katrin mentioned already, we would like to give you some ideas, some solution, how you become more efficient, how you become more sustainable. My name is Volker Müller. I work for the company Pleva now more than 30 years. I started my career in the production, moved to the service, and since many years I'm in the sales. To give you a quick overview what we are producing and developing, we have high-tech straightening systems for woven fabric, for knit fabrics. We have tailor-made solution, especially for technical textile fabrics. We have camera systems for distortion analysis, for pick counting, for shrinkage measurement. Another part of our production is our contactless microwave moisture measurement to measure moisture on planiform fabrics. Very well known, of course, is the company Pleva for its sensors like exhaust humidity measurement, residual moisture measurement, and fabric temperature sensor measurement, which is mainly used on dryers. And for all these kind of sensors, of course, which can be connected also to the visualization of the machine manufacturer, we have our own visualizations to be able to upgrade the system on existing standard frames and to control different parameters on these machines.
Thank you very much for that overview. But now you may ask yourself, what is so sustainable about our productions? I will tell you something about this. So we define sustainability on the one hand as, of course, resource savings, but also as efficiency and durability. And here we have some aspects for you which all apply to our sensors. First, saving energy, like I said, and saving carbon emissions. So, as you might know, industrial processes are usually very energy intensive, and this makes it even more important to make the process parameters as an optimum, and so you can achieve the best savings. In addition, we have the first time right principle. The first time right principle means by setting the optimal process parameters, you get the best results. And so you can have no rejects or second choice goods and have no need for further adjustments. This, of course, saves valuable resources and allows a better quality. Also, we allow to reduce the chemical usage. Coating, dyeing, and other finishing processes are often having valuable chemicals inside. By using only the necessary amount of those, you keep the environmental impact as low as possible. And this, of course, also reduces the wastewater. And this is why we came up with a name for our products as Heroes for Sustainability. But now I want to show you our first hero for sustainability, our new weft-straightener SL Smart. So as we unfortunately don't have this at our booth here at Techtextil, but you will see a video shortly after, we still have here a traversing system. So what does our weft-straightener do? We combined here all our knowledge and experience from camera technology, textile finishing, and weft straightening, and have achieved a quite good solution. Our automatic weft straightening is for both woven and knitted goods for a width of up to 3 meters. We have a distortion detection, which you can see here on our Techtextil booth, with a high-tech smart camera that is traversing from selvage to selvage. And this gives you a perfect overview about the whole fabric. And you might ask yourself now, why is it a hero for sustainability? Well, as I said, it's the first time right principle. By having the highest quality, as you have a perfect overview of your fabric and adjust it accordingly, you avoid wasted resources and get the best result directly. But I think now it's time to show you a video so you can see it even better what we mean by our SL Smart.
This is our new developed SL Smart, which you can also use for woven fabric as well as for knitted fabric. This is a unique high traversing camera system, which is traversing always from selvage to selvage. And as you see here, we make around 20 measuring points on 1 meter fabric width. And we traverse from selvage to selvage. This is really unique. Of course, we have a very special control algorithms to react very fast to correct the skewing and the bowing of the fabric. And even inhomogeneous distortion can be detected very accurately. We also measure the width of the fabric, and we also see if the fabric is running in the center of the weft straightening machine. This is a motion control for knitted fabric, and as you see over here for the skew straightening, we have a huge possibility to correct the skew of the fabric. These drives, what you see over here to correct the skew and the bow, are completely maintenance free. And again, with these many measuring points, you get a perfect straightening result. We use, of course, the latest electronic parts. The system is already Industry 4.0 applicated. This visualization, what you see over here, is also unique. It works up to 60 degrees ambient temperature without cooling. You have one complete information on one screen. Also the sensors like fabric temperature, exhaust humidity measurement, peak counter, as well as the residual moisture measurement can be connected to this visualization of the weft straightening machine. We have driven bow rulers where we control the fabric tension by pneumatic swing mechanism. It could be also done via load cell. This depends on the customer's request. These driven bow rulers we do with a Lenzi motor and with a very robust belt drive. If you use the swing mechanism, you can adjust the tension by changing the pressure. And of course, on the top of the machine, we have a decurling device, which is necessary for knit goods. As an option, of course, we have a safety door on top of the machine. And I mentioned it's very easy for maintenance. The system is nearly maintenance free because this is a completely stainless steel construction. So it needs only a little bit lubrication, and that's all. Just to repeat a little bit, this traversing camera system, which is integrated in our weft straightening machine, it's made completely on stainless steel. It's traversing always from selvage to selvage. We have a unique amount of measuring points. For example, if you have a 2-meter fabric width, we have around 40 measuring points to get a very accurate result from the skew and the bow. This is very much important if you have, for example, very complicated structure or if you have inhomogeneous distortions. We have a very strong infrared light, which is automatically adjusting the intensity due to the fabric. That means if you have shiny fabric, if you have dark fabric, it doesn't matter. It's completely automatically adjusted. It's automatically also adjusted the width of the fabric. That means if you change from 2 meter to 1 meter, the camera is only traversing about 1 meter fabric. Another benefit of this traversing system is, and this is many times used on technical textile, if you have this sensor on the exit of your standard frame, we measure over the complete with the distortion, and many times you have only on the selvage slight distortions, and this we can measure because of the traversing, and then we can control the take-off rule of the standard frame to get it perfectly straight. I will hand over now to Katrin Pleva. She will explain you now the visualization of the weft straightening machine.
Thank you very much, Volker Müller. Now I will show it to you in detail. So let's zoom in. So here you can see our new process visualization, the PLEVATEC Smart. It is for versatile use at various finishing and textile processes, for example, at stander frames. You can see here the industrial PLEVATEC computer, and it's available in a 7, 10, 12, or as here, 15-inch version. It's a touch screen, which is very, very robust and protected for temperatures up to 60 degrees Celsius without cooling. It includes a programmable logic controller with software for the respective applications and controls for stable and controlled processes. And this gives you, of course, higher quality, and by talking about it, it means also more efficiency in operation. You can see it here, it's very intuitively designed and has a customizable interface. So you can say those sensors I want to install, and then we do it accordingly, so you get whatever you need. So now you may ask yourself, what can you install? So I will show you briefly, as it was also mentioned in the video. You can install, for example, here our FS sensor for exhaust air humidity for up to 60 degrees Celsius, which is very robust and durable, with our module Humidity Control Smart. So here you can see the visualization screen for that module. For our temperature sensors, the TDS sensors, we also have here the module Heat Control Smart. Just some facts about our TDS sensor. They are for temperatures up to 400 degrees, and the measurement is independent of color and no calibration is required. Also, you can install here our residual moisture sensors, RR or RF. I will quickly show you this. So here you can see an installation of the RR 3.3, so you get 3 measurement values. You can see here the tolerances, and you can see if you're in or out of tolerance, for example. And this is the module Moisture Control Smart. We also offer a module for our cam, and this means you can see with the Density Control Smart the pick course density measurement, and this is also very important for our SL Smart. And what is also very good about the PLEVATEC Smart system is that you have your recipe management also installed, so you can save recipes, load them, share them, for example, via CSV, USB, or SD card, and this makes your data management even easier. So this is a brief overview about what we have here with our PLEVATEC Smart Visualization, and now I will hand over again to Volker Müller, who will explain you some more details about the respective sensors.
Yes, hello. Starting now with the exhaust humidity measurement sensor. The main target of this sensor is energy saving on drying processes. Drying means you have to evaporate water from the product and then you have to extract it through the exhaust duct. And if you talk about textile or carpet machines, you have around 15,000 cubic meter per air up to 40,000 cubic meter per air, which you have to heat up from ambient air temperature, which is 20, 30 degrees, to process temperature, which is 140, 180, sometimes 200 degrees. And this, of course, needs a lot of energy. And of course, you need a lot of natural resources. And by measuring and control with this sensor, average savings of 3,000 to 5,000 cubic meter air per hour are possible. Just to give you a figure, what does it mean if you heat up 5,000 cubic meter air per hour from 20 degrees to 150 degrees? If we calculate 4,000 working hours per year, and if we calculate around €1 per cubic meter gas, by the way, in Germany nowadays, it's much more expensive. But with €1 per cubic meter gas, we reach around €50,000, and this is quite a lot of money. And this is possible to save. In addition, on this example, we also reduce the carbon dioxide of around 150 tons. And this is really quite impressive. Coming to the next sensor, which is the TDS sensor, which is measuring the fabric temperature of the product. And this sensor normally is used on heat treatment processes for curing or heat setting. On a standard frame, normally you can perfectly adjust the air temperature and you can perfectly adjust the speed of the machine. And this is the first step to get a proper treatment of the fabric. But the main parameter is not the air temperature. The main parameter is the temperature of the fabric. And when you have installed several sensors in the machine, that means, for example, if you have a 6-chamber machine, you have one sensor, chamber number 3, chamber number 4, chamber number 5, and chamber number 6. You get a perfect temperature profile of the fabric inside the machine. And when this sensor is linked also to a process visualization from the machine manufacturer or process visualization from the company Pleva, you also get information what dwell time do you have. That means, for example, you have 190 degrees for 30 seconds. And that means finally you have not to run anymore on experience, or you have not to run anymore with a huge safety margin. You can run your machine on the maximum speed. And this, of course, saves a lot of energy. And finally, it's also much better for the product quality. In addition, of course, if you need less energy, it's very clear you save a lot of carbon dioxide. Another sensor for dryer is our contact measurement. This is our residual moisture measurement sensor. This is mainly used on the exit of a stander, of a dryer, or on the exit of drying cylinders. Normally on this process, when you do some drying, over drying is normally not that dangerous. So normally you run always on a lower speed. But on a lower speed means you waste a lot of energy and you lose a lot of productivity. And a standard frame many times is the bottleneck in the complete production range. And with this residual moisture measurement sensor, you get a real-time information what is my residual moisture, and so you can run your dryer, for example, the standard frame, on the highest possible speed. And when you talk about drying cans, of course, we control the steam supply. That means we can reduce very much the energy, the steam supply. And just an example over here, we have a lot of feedbacks from customers. 15, 20, 25% more speed is easily possible. And steam savings on drying cans, we talk about 15, 20, 25% less steam what we need. And this is also not only saving of money, this is also a step in sustainability. Coming to a completely other sensor, this is our microwave sensor. With microwave, we work now more than 40 years. This is a contactless moisture measurement to measure moisture content on planiform fabrics, textile, non-woven. It could be also veneer panels. And this system is normally used where you are not allowed to contact the fabric. This system is also used where you have thicker material. And this system is also used, for example, where you have higher moisture values, where the contact type is not working at all. But finally, where can this kind of systems assist you in your daily life? I would like to give you 2-3 examples. The system also we use very successfully on sizing machines. On sizing machines, what you are doing, you have to apply some size on the yarn to get it ready for weaving. Also in this case, oversizing is not that critical, but of course it costs you more chemicals and you reduce slightly the weaving efficiency. But this is the only chance what you can do if you don't have any measurement system. And with this measurement, we directly measure the size pickup and we are controlling the squeezing pressure to get a uniform size pickup over the complete beam. Just an example what it helps you about this. We have feedbacks from customers because if you have an optimum size add-on and you can reduce your size add-on level 10, 20%, you get an increasing of the efficiency of around 1.5 to 4%. But if we talk about sustainability, especially in the sizing department, it's very much important because after you have done the weaving, you have to do the completely desizing. And when you imagine you have 1 meter fabric, you need around 80 liter water for desizing. So it's very easy to imagine if you run, for example, 10 million meter per year, and you calculate this with 80 liter water per meter, this is a huge amount of water, and that means you have a huge amount of waste water load. And when you can reduce the size pickup, you also can reduce this waste water. And this is also a huge cost saving. Another example is, which is quite interesting nowadays, this is the so-called minimal application system. This can be done by a spraying system. This can be done also by a kiss roll application. There we have already quite a few successful installations done with the company Monforts. To give you a simple example, if you have mattress ticking and you have to apply some softener and you go through a pattern, you have to pick up of around 70%. But this softener you have only to apply on one side, not on both sides. So with this Matex Eco applicator, you can apply only 40% instead of the 70% because you apply it only on one side. But this 40% must be very accurate, and that is the reason why you need this measurement after this minimal applicator. And in this case, you control the speed of the kiss roll to get a very even softener pickup. And I think it's very easy. If you have 70% pickup or 40% pickup, you can run your machine much faster. This is the first thing. Or when the speed of the machine is limited, you can reduce your temperature very much of the chambers. Another example is for a technical textile. This is also used, this system, to measure water-based coatings, like for example blackout, book covers, awnings, outdoor fabrics. And with this measurement and visualization system, which is installed directly after the coating knife, you get a real-time information about the add-on in gram per square meter. That means the cutting on the end of the machine to cut a hole, it's not necessary anymore, because this hole cutting on the end is quite critical. If you come back and you do the second layer and you have a hole, this is not so easy to manage. And on coating, it's again the same situation like on sizing, like on other application. To put a little more add-on is not that dangerous than to put less add-on. But with this measurement, you get a real-time information and you apply only this coating what is really needed. Also here we have an example from a very famous customer in the Netherlands. They have already a very optimized production, and they installed this sensor, and they were able, even on each coating, they were able to save 5 grams per square meter paste and foam. And if you calculate this on 3 million square meter per year, this is a huge amount of savings, the first thing. And the second thing is, if you apply less, of course, you need less energy for drying, and that means you reduce also again the carbon dioxide. This was a very brief overview about our product range, and I will hand over to Katrin now.
Thank you very much, Volker Müller, for all those explanations. And thank you, of course, for tuning in. I think now you know a little bit more about how to become efficient and sustainable in textile finishing. And you now know all our heroes for sustainability. So if you're here at Techtextile or plan on doing so, please visit us at our booth in Hall 12, booth number C69. Otherwise, we also invite you to visit our website www.pleva.org. Follow us on LinkedIn, or if you like to see the SL Smart video once again, you can also see it on our YouTube channel. And what is also always possible, you can write us an email, call us, wherever you are, we are there for you. And yeah, thanks again for tuning in. And I think we wish you now a very good day. And yeah, thank you very much.
Thanks a lot. Thank you.